It's a sale of the century. George is a man of missionary, looking for a raid on the public purse before it gets worse and bailouts need to be paid, just like Greece, and we seek to fleece Joe Bloggs. George, the work experience boy, clutching his favourite toy, a bright red briefcase that cements his place of importance, declares those in the higher tax bands don't feel rich. He may as well have added, and we want them to, which would at least have been honest. But like an RAF visit to explain why it's necessary to make the cuts, George didn't have the guts to face the personnel. Perhaps he was in fear of a rebel yell, and so before explaining the need for less people and equipment and cash getting tighter, he had a flight in the Eurofighter at a cost of 70 grand an hour. Wave goodbye to the roads, toodle pip to the Royal Mail, with the good old fallback of, well, the mess we were left by the previous government, if it all fails. Music courses, armed forces, rail, mail, health provision, education, those funny people in the north, all ripe for the picking. But banks, those useless planks who got us in the mess, they might leave for sunnier shores. You need us, the claim outpours. There's some truth to that second statement, but in reality, they need us more. And our cash. And what about money spent on the Olympics? Of benefit to the nation, as long as it's within the London conurbation. But the boss is Lord Coe, a man I doubt slow to pull rank on the lank George Osborne. The family bronze, silver and gold have been sold. We're down to the fittings and fixtures, with a mixture of barely concealed societal segregation and ostrich headhole excavation. Britain might be a bit broken, but we'd like more than just the token "we're all in this together" from a Chancellor of the Exchequer who wants to keep the victims tethered while massaging the perpetrators' peckers. George is pure out of luck, but I couldn't give a monkey's as I watch him and his flunkies bob, weave and duck and suck our lifeblood. Not that George announces much himself. He has the Lib Dems keen to pander, and if anything's particularly contentious, they just wheel out Danny Alexander. There's no need for the Tories to cringe, they just blame it on the gormless ginge. But we know it's you, George, puppeteer under your overseer. It's not the teachers, it's not the nurses, it's not the soldiers, it's not the volunteers with the homeless, it's not the disabled who have to prove every year that their legs haven't grown back. It's you we need to punt. You useless, stupid clod. Just sod off and leave us alone. You scrotal sack filled with pus hanging from a syphilitic cock. Just crawl back under your rock and give us back our dignity.